All right, so we'll go through 7, 21, 20, and 22 there. And then just a reminder, today's a review day, so you'll have time to work on note card and review. Note card for this one is key. Not showing up with a note card on Monday would be ridiculous. First of all, determining which type of shape this is. So they're both squared. So we bypass parabola, but they're not both positive. So since the x is negative, the coefficient is negative, that tells us this is a hyperbola. So we're going to kind of rearrange things for that. So I like putting, obviously, the positive one first, because that's what we're used to. So I'm going to put the y squared first. And move that 153 over. Then I need to factor out that 9, the negative 9. And leave a little space. Now the y squared doesn't need us to complete the square because it doesn't have anything with it. So we'd have to complete the square here. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, 4 squared is 16. But then what I have to multiply over to the other side is 16 times 9, which is 144, or negative 144. So I have y squared minus 9, and this will be x plus 4 squared. This is 9. So then we go to get that to be 1 over there, so I'm going to divide everything by 9. Bless you. So we have y squared over 9 minus x plus 4 squared. You can put it over 1, or you can just have it that way, and then equals 1. All right, so flipping to the back side, number 20. Of course, you guys don't want the circle one. It's easy, hopefully. All right. All right, so since they're both positive and they're both squared, we know this is going to be an ellipse. So I'm going to organize things accordingly here then. So factor out the 9. Factor out the 4. Then I'm doing b divided by 2 squared. This is 9. So that means this is 81 over here. This is 1. So that means that's 4 over there. And oh, 144 ends up over here. And then, so everything has to be divided by 144. So this ends up being x minus 3 squared over, that ends up being 16, is that? Because 144 divided by 9. Then this ends up being 36, I believe. So once I have that, then I need to graph all this. So, hi.
Wow. Look at you decided to show off today.
They told us that you do your homework in the parking lot.
No.
Here.
Then we were trying to decide if you were doing your homework while you're driving.
No, I almost died on the way there.
What?
Makes sense.
Every single week is like,
Yeah, I was coming up to a stop sign and it was just ice.
there's no ice up there.
Okay.
It's too warm for that.
And then we were wondering if you were skipping school to cut, like, because of the, like,
No.
like what you had told us yesterday, so that.
I'm so mad that I told you guys that because I went up to age school if you guys didn't know that.
Yeah, we would have just gone around telling everyone and their brothers that you were cut because you didn't want to skip because you wanted to.
All right, so in the Y direction, we have to go up and down 6. I mean, it is on video now, but so that probably was yesterday too. So up and down 6, out 4, because it's underneath the X. So that's our ellipse. And then, it didn't ask for it, but hopefully you put the foci in there. This is the one where you subtract those two. So it's going to be about 4 point something. So I go up and down about 4 to get my foci. And so again, like I typically do on a test, I would have little lines for everything that I'm looking for. So don't worry that, I mean, if I ask you for something, it will like have like a blank for you. So just so you don't forget something that you know how to find, you just didn't realize you were supposed to do it. So number 21 then. Like hyperbolas, I think half of the time I do them wrong. So like the first time, so like I had to cut out a new sheet of paper and glue it on here. All right, so since they're both squared, but one of them's negative, it's a hyperbola. So again, I'll rearrange things here. So taking the 25 out. Oops. So here we have to put in a 4 because of the b divided by 2 squared. And then we'll add 100 over here. Nothing needs to happen with the 9. So then I'll divide each side by 225. So it'll be y minus 2 squared, and this is over 9, and then x squared over 25. And then again, we're going to graph all that. And the most delicate sneeze ever. Please say it was Trey. No? All right, so our vertex is at 0. Because there's nothing here, and then 2. So that would be an easy one to get flipped, again, because they're out of order. And then in the y direction, I'm going to go out 3. But that's where my my hyperbola, oh, that's not the y direction, sorry. See, that's why I do this wrong all the time. Out 3. So that means our hyperbola is going to be up and down because that's the first value. Then in the x direction, I'm going to go out 5. This point isn't really necessary other than drawing our like kind of space so we know about like how this looks. So again, I like drawing that just so I can kind of tell how the hyperbola is going to look. So then I know it's going to be a wide hyperbola because of our rectangle there. And then our focus is adding these the 25 and 9. So it's going to be like 5 point something. Bless you. But like I said, I do this wrong half the time. So bless you. If you do it wrong on the test, don't feel like you can just come grab another sheet of graph paper or something, and then we can always like, tape it on or something. So if you get all the way through and realize you're wrong, please don't try to have to erase the whole thing. All right, and then 22. Now this one, hopefully is kind of obvious that it's a parabola because only one of them is squared. Oops, that should be 26. So again, I'm going to kind of organize things here. And move those other 2 over. Now I need to complete the square here. So 10 divided by 2 is 5, 5 squared is 25, so I'm going to add 25 to each side. And then I like that other side factored so that way we can figure out what the p-value is. And remember that this value is going to equal 4p. So negative 1 equals 4p. So in order to figure out what p is, I have to divide by 4. So p ends up being a negative 1/4, which just means that this parabola is just going to be like a skinnier one because the focus and directrix are really close. And it's going to go this way. So then, so negative 5, negative 1. And then again, it's going to go open this way, but the directrix is only like 0.25 away.
Negative.
Oh, yeah, I went the wrong way. Sorry. Thank you. That's the x and y confusing. So yes, thank you. It should go. Oops. It should go over here. Sorry. Thank you. All right. So, like we typically do for our tests, we just kind of do a quick like review just so you guys know what section of notes you're looking for. And then again, I'll give you guys homework in your review and your note card. We had 5 sections, however, a couple of them might have been more than one day. I can't remember. I think the hyperbolas we did 2 separate note days. And then some of them were just really long, like where we did them over a couple of days. Do you need a worksheet?
Oh, yeah.
wearing a hat. And you were very vague still.
I do.
You do. I love to go eat there.
I was gonna say, I didn't see what that was, sorry guys. Happy.
Oh, one of my friends, I was talking to her about the whole palindrome thing yesterday. Of course, I bring that up when I'm talking about the date. But yesterday's date also was the same if you flipped it over, if it's like digital. So I'll show you guys. Oh, and also, it was better. If you write the date out completely, like,
It's still.
you know, it's still a palindrome, but then one of my friends was saying digitally, like, so if this came up on your odometer, you could flip it over and it would still look the same.
Like upside down.
Yeah. So it was like, actually, like, so if you flip that over, it's the same date.
Was she also in that t-shirt?
No, she's my friend, so she's extra cool. No, she's just, no, she works for Harley.
What, for what?
For Harley. She's like,
Davidson?
yeah, she's like, she does the web design and stuff.
Do you want to check my home?
Yeah.
Actually, no, she's gonna like leave this in a grade level.
If you're late, it's gone.
Oh, and that probably.
You have a- All right. And just so you know, some of the ones that on the back side there we put on the video. I don't know at what point you came in, but
Okay.
all right. So you can use a calculator and cheat sheet. So cheat sheet normals, like one side of a sheet of paper. Again, I'll hang on to them like I did last time, and then for when we take our exam, you'll have all of them to kind of build the giant cheat sheet. This is probably the more elaborate cheat sheet you'll have to make. There's a lot on there. Make sure you copy things down correctly. As silly as that sounds, like just a silly mistake on there is going to be, like, it's going to obviously cause issues in the test. We have circles, ellipses, is the order we did these. So I think this one actually had 2 like printed day of notes. So like, so double check on that one. If you're looking for notes, make sure that you find both of them. I mean, we did it over the more than 2 days, but I think there was actually 2 note sheets. So make sure you get all of those. And feel free to work together on your note card or your review, kind of just making sure you guys have what you need. Again, please don't procrastinate on the note card. Like flying in Monday morning and be like, I never made one, would be really frustrating for yourself and for me, just because I want you guys to do well, and it's hopefully a benefit that you guys get that note card and not trying to figure it out memorize those. I need to hole punch the review, but other than that, we should be good to go.